Narf. I just like to throw in an occasional narf. Who doesn't like the occasional narf, you know? Hey, Vanna. And I will give details about the scan in a bit. Hey, Killface. Just graduated. Oh. That's right. You did mention that yesterday. Congratulations to her. So now she enters the tough part of life. Nah, getting high school is easy. Anklebuck. Hey, Bambi. Your Y isn't wine. Well, I mean, he is also accurate, I suppose. Best scanned. Yep. I'll give more details in a few minutes once a few more people have come in. Hey, no name. So I'll give it a few more minutes, let a few more people come in, and then I'll go into details about what happened there. You have a theory on Magical Girl? You would never scam me? So you say. It's that all the Magical Girls are evil? I mean, could be, could be. Time will tell. Hey, alien tourist. Last time we watched that cup. Was it last week? I think it was last week. Like I do like rinse it out every evening before like I like get up, and I do give it a good rinse before I drink out of it. Okay, here. No. No, I just have it tucked back. After I get up. Every evening after I get up. Hey, Jenna. Because I get up in the evenings. So get out of bed, clean out a glass, get a few other glasses and switch them out. Hey, Nova. I mean, I could, but new license plates, my health insurance card today. So, productive day. Good job, Jenna. That's on the Canada Post strike. I support the striking workers. Move is really, really real. It is real. More productive stuff I did in the past that resulted in this today. Well, sure. Hey, Mac. Thoughts on Mark Kearney? Suppose I don't really have strong opinions on him just yet. 6 pounds in 2 weeks. Not bad. Health journey. Good job, Jenna. We're all proud of you. Wine and edibles are still involved in this journey. Whatever works for you. I have the motivation to walk, but I do not. Yeah, walking sucks. So I don't blame you. Walking is great if you have a dog. I don't like dogs, so. Hi, Brooke. You have a cat? Yeah, you can't really walk cats. You can try, but they don't really go for that. Cats will follow you sometimes. Still a bit different from like, I'm gonna take my cat for a walk. can whack cat if it gives you main character energy as well, so it's a good thing. Doesn't it? All right, yeah, I can talk about this game. So a few days ago, I mentioned that I had gotten an interview for a job. Never been the sole pet parent. So this is a whole new cat dynamic. And yeah, that interview was a scam. So I've honestly gotten kind of like uncomfortable vibes right from the beginning. Get you naked in an empty warehouse. Not this time. But yeah, so it's a had really bad feeling from the start because like the email came in and I was like, asked me to follow a like open a had a link to talk to somebody via Microsoft Teams. And like hey Buttercup, thanks. And like the time was whenever you follow the link, like time of interview whenever you open the link, basically. Which yeah, that's not really how businesses work. Most businesses tend to like set a specific time for the interview. So right off the bat, red flag. But fuck it, I'll check it out. So full blank, got into a conversation with the person. I connected with the person who was supposed to be doing the interview. They asked if I was applying for the data entry, customer service, or administrative assistant position. Kind of weird, but okay, sure. Data entry. $28 an hour. That's a lot of money. $28 an hour is that is not nothing. But continued the interview. They asked me to give they gave me like 10 questions, asked me to give like brief responses. Again, kind of weird, but and like only a few of the questions really had to do with was it a bot? I don't think it was actually a bot. I'm pretty sure it wasn't actually a bot. But anyway, yeah. So only a few of the questions really had anything to do with work. Yeah, there's like one of the questions like, they asked for my bank, what bank I'm with. They asked like, do I prefer to be paid weekly or bi-weekly? Was one of the questions. Like that's not a normal interview question. None of these questions are like. There was like, how do you deal with conflict with your coworkers? Yeah, okay, that's a fair interview question. What made you decide to get into this field? That's a fair interview question, but a lot of the questions weren't of that type. They were more the kind of question that would be asked like once you'd already agreed to hire the person. It seems to have been a real person based on there was a lot of time between responses and shit. So I get the feeling that it was a real person just because of how long it sometimes took to get a response. Anyway, so answer the questions. Damned if I know. Finally, finally got back and like the board was blown away by your answers. No, they fucking weren't. That's bullshit. Fake typing thing. That's shitty. That's stupid. Yeah, this one there's no like the camera wasn't on. It was just a text chat via Teams. So finally get back to me and I was like, congratulations, you're hired. All right, cool. But I had hey, bye. But I had a bad feeling about bad vibes about the entire thing. So I checked the email address and so the interview was ostensibly with Redhawks IT Solutions. No idea if that's like I did Google the company name and it seemed to be real. Results came up. I have no idea if it actually is real or not, or if the results were just like they just made up domains and shit. But that is not where the email came from. The domain was cred.immobilier.com. Cred.immobilier.com was the domain, email domain, which, excuse me? So I looked up that domain and got a result on the Better Business Bureau website. And for that one, the person was saying that they had an interview and that the person who'd interviewed them said that they were going to send him a check for $1,900 so that they could so that he could buy a new laptop and computer equipment via their authorized vendors. And then, but in order for the person to start work immediately, he'd have to pay. He'd be expected to buy the stuff while waiting for the check to clear. Obviously, dude's not a fucking idiot, so he waited for the check to clear before buying any of the computer stuff. And lo and behold, the check bounced. Obviously, of course, the check bounced. It wasn't a real check. So he reached back out to the person who he'd interviewed with and got blocked or ghosted. And then, so I looked up that. I'd read about that. And then the person I was interviewing with came back and said that exact same thing. So we're going to send you a check for $1,950 so you can buy a new laptop and noise canceling headphones, and that you have to purchase through one of our authorized vendors. That's the key part. One of our authorized vendors. What that means, obviously, is that these vendors have set up a scam where they pretend to be hiring people and then direct them towards their own website so that, hey, buy computer shit from us. I want your credit card details. I don't know if it's even that. I mean, it might be, but the idea, the feeling I get is that the idea was, haha, you just bought $2,000 worth of computer shit from us. We promised to reimburse you, and we didn't. It might be that they're just trying to get credit card details as well. Like it might be that it is just a scam to get credit card details. But yeah, that's the idea. Like, as soon as she said she was sending me a check, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is literally the exact same scam that this person reported to the Better Business Bureau. So I closed it right then and there. Am I working a month and a half now? I think it's not a scam. So unfortunately, I am still unemployed. Probably for the rest of my life. Hey, Cecil. Just kidding. So is this? I don't really know, like who it is or anything, but it's is this job interview scam? They're trying to get me to buy computer equipment, basically, promising to reimburse me, but then they wouldn't reimburse. But then the reimbursement wouldn't go through. Don't despair. But that's my natural state of being, Bambi. Despair is basically my default. It was like his thing that I applied for. So I applied for a job, and then the job just ends up being fake. Got a rejection email while I'm already over a month in my new job. That interview was months ago. Hi, Kaylee. Yeah, that's a little bit delayed. I'm sure you're devastated. I'm sure you're devastated by it. Yes, I told the scam story. The long and short of it is, it was a scam job interview. Um, they wanted me to. They wanted me to buy computer equipment, and then with promises of reimbursing me, which would not go through. Reimbursement would not actually happen. Got so many rejection emails from applying to jobs and interviewing. Did 4 years in college and internships and summer jobs and 5 years experience. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's honestly, I don't even know what place they're looking for. Like, I'm applying for customer service jobs. I've got a lot of customer service experience. Like, the idea that I'm not qualified for customer service? Bullshit. I'm super qualified. I've got like 13 years of customer service experience. I've got the experience. Clearly, I know how to do the job. This person needs to apply to over 1,000 jobs now to actually get one. Mostly on account of how a lot of job postings are bullshit. Like, they're just fake. A lot of job postings are outright fake. And of the ones that are real, an increasing number use AI to sort through the resumes, sort through applications, and that AI is fucking terrible. What does your resume look like? I don't know. It looks like a resume. Check to see if it's good one. I mean, I feel like it should be good enough. I feel like it should be good enough. My rent is like one full paycheck. Yeah, daughter's current rent is $650 a month. Is that a young person supposed to move out of home? Yeah, $650 a month for the for rent, and meanwhile, like, the jobs are all just minimum wage or slightly better. Like, it's just, yeah. I use Indeed. I do use Indeed because it's right there, and I'm lazy. Because, like, hey, Rebecca, I just don't have it in me to use multiple different job postings or job sites. Yeah, yeah. I'll keep applying and keep getting disappointed and annoyed. Keep hating everything. So I date a magical girl near the end. I think we've got a little ways left. Truthfully, not as close to the end as I would like, given how soon I'm going to be changing to a completely different game. Because what's the next quiz? I don't know. Whenever I feel like. Yeah, because Date Everything launches on June 17th. So June 19th. On June 19th, probably too dumb to know what a scam is, so I still don't understand what they gained. So there's one of two possibilities. Option one, they just wanted to get my credit card information. Option two, they wanted to trick me into buying a bunch of computer equipment from them that they would then not reimburse me for. Anyway, yeah, so June 19th, we will be getting Date Everything. So we've only got 1, 2, 3 more. Yeah, 3 more weeks to finish tonight. What? Tonight, what? So yeah, we've only got 3 more weeks to finish How to Date a Magical Girl. And I don't know that we'll actually get there in 3 weeks. Yes, the next game is called Date Everything, yes. The voice cast is absolutely insane. There's, I think, 100 date options for dating. When they say date everything, they mean everything. Enjoy your movie, Alien Tourist. So yeah, there's like 100 romance options, all of them voiced. Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, Matthew Mercer, Gray Delisle, Deborah Wilson, Johnny Young Bosch, Fred Tatasciore, Steve Bloom, Felicia Day, Jeremy Lee, Ray Chase, J. Michael Tatum, Jonah Scott, Sungwon Cho. Hey, Elf. Enjoying my games about lesbian and LGBTQ romance. Abby Trott, Eric Bauza, Courtney Taylor, Erica Ishii, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, Allie Hillis, Brandon Lee Mulligan, Allegra Clark, Christian Navarro. Nick Wolfhard. David Sobolov, Nick Thurston, Josh Dean, Mandy Huford, Mika Burton. I mean, they got LeVar Burton's daughter in there. Ghost jobs or schemes collect data. Yep, exactly, Kaylee. So yeah, it is a genuinely absurd voice cast. Like, honestly, kind of surprised they didn't get like Jennifer Hale. Like, I'm surprised that they didn't get that she's not part of it because she does everything. Romance games. I mean, I do play a lot of visual novels. I enjoy visual novels are easy, and I am bad at games. So like that's the reason I play those on stream is because they're just easy to play and I suck. And a lot of visual novels end up being about romance for some reason. Like I do play other games. Like I've been replaying Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 lately, which also pretty easy. Hey Jordan. Um, Obviously, I'm playing Final Fantasy for my for Let's Plays. You know, doing that Let's Play of the Final Fantasy series. I'm playing 6 right now. I'm recording 6 right now. Phantasmophobia. I have not. What's the game? It was a yeah, I'm not big on horror. So it's a employment scam. Apparently similar to something that apparently it's sort of similar to one that you ended up going through, where they gave you an interview and then like it turns out the whole thing was bullshit. In this case, what they wanted me to do, the scam in this case, they said they were going to send me a check for $1,900 for almost $2,000 to buy new computer equipment. I had to buy the computer. I had to buy the new laptop and some other equipment. I had to buy through one of their authorized vendors. Go. Yeah, I mean that one was a romance game. I wonder how many people fall for that. My guess would be more than anyone is comfortable with. And on the topic of like, do you play games that aren't romance? I was gonna say, I was gonna be like, I mean, I did play Boyfriend Dungeon, but no, that was actually a romance game. It's just a romance game mixed with a roguelike. People looking for any job, yeah, Kaylee. And yeah, it sucks. So yeah, is that what happened to you, Jordan? Where they were like, "Oh, you got to buy a bunch of." Don't remember Boyfriend Dungeon. You played that Star Trek visual novel. I did. That one wasn't a visual novel though. Edith Finch wasn't romantic. No, that one wasn't a visual novel. That was an RPG. The Star Trek Resurgence. That one was that one was an actual RPG. Didn't have to buy anything. I knew better than that. That's why I was so surprised. Okay. Interview was set to go and we went back and forth with scheduling. Okay. Finally get to the day and nothing. Deep dive and it was all scam reviews. Yeah. They were late to their scam appointment. Do you remember the name of the business? Original Super Mario. Super Mario Bros. Was tough. Super Mario 3 was where they got it right, I think. Original Super Mario Bros. It was too difficult. Mario 3 was like perfect. Plus, I always just liked shouting, Tanuki! Tanuki! I don't know why, but I used to enjoy just saying Tanuki. Different levels were really tough. Yeah. I mean, the game is all like for Mario 3. Mario 3 did have some really tough levels. I remember there was one particular level in World 8 I struggled with. I always kept one of the those P-Wing items. Like, like you've got like that. They had those like items you could use on the stage select screen, and one of them just allowed you to fly right over the entire level, right to get right to the end. There was one level in World 8 where I always saved one of those items to be able to skip past it. I think later on I did end up like beating it legitimately, but in card games, not really big on cards. I do sometimes just open Free Cell on my browser. Like there's a site that I'll go to. There's like a solitaire website that I'll go to play some Free Cell Solitaire. I like the Free Cell Solitaire. Yeah, for Mario 3, there were only a few levels that I ever really struggled with. I like Uno. Go to a card house and hustle some Texas Hold'em games. I'm not very good at poker. Carolina and Hobo. I will say, like, about the Mario 3 levels, I will say, I always really liked the airship levels. I found the airships so fun. And the tank levels in World 8, there's a couple, like, there's there's one level that's that's a bunch of tanks, another that's ships. First game I ever played was called Chopper. Stanley's Parable. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play Stanley's Parable. Like, for all the good things I've heard about it, honestly, not sure how interested I am in actually playing it. Most people are incredibly delusional. Yeah. First game I ever played was called Chopper. I think the first game I ever played was probably Duck Hunt. That was probably the first video game I ever played was Duck Hunt. Probably. And, original Super Mario Brothers is on the same. Duck Hunt made me sad, but I like shooting games. I'm not big on shooting games. Duck Hunt might be part of the reason I hate dogs. Probably has nothing to do with it. I'm guessing it probably has nothing to do with my dislike of dogs, but it might be part of it. Didn't help. Certainly did not help. Did not help with my feelings towards dogs. I will say that. Didn't want to kill ducks, but target games are great. I thought a dog bit me. I don't think a dog ever bit me. From what my mom told me, there was an occasion where I was like really small. I was sort of playing with a dog, and it was sort of chasing me around the table, and I was laughing, like, playful chasing, and it was chasing me around a table, and then it turned around and came the other way, and I didn't notice, and I ran right into it. So the indication, so it seems like that's, I guess, where it started. Any anti-dog subreddits? No. I don't look at anti-dog subreddits. I don't look at any Reddits or subreddits. Dog is scary. Oh, the dog was big. Like, the dog was bigger than I was. Like I said, I was a little kid. I was a little kid at that point. I was like, I was walking. I was able to run, but I was still small. I was probably like 4 years old. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, if that. And the dog was, the dog was big enough that it knocked. The dog was big enough that I was the one who fell down when I ran into it. That's from the dogcast about people who hate their partner's dog. Any message boards? I do, actually. Some comic book. There's a couple comic book boards I keep an eye on. Well, only one, really. There's like one comic board that I keep an eye on. Pet Rocks. I think I might have had one as a kid. I'm pretty sure I did have a Pet Rock as a kid. I don't think it was like an officially licensed Pet Rock. I think it was just like, Probably my mom made it for me. Just a rock, couple of googly eyes strapped on it, and a couple of felt feet. Like, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if it was just something, if it was just one that my mom had made me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did have one. You miss me? Aw. It is amazing how much money the guy who made Pet Rocks ended up making. Because, like, oh, good night, Bambi. Because, like, like, find a rock and you can make your own pet rock. But people still paid money for them, and the guy made millions. Guy made a fortune off by selling rocks. Build-A-Bear. Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Build-A-Bear, but I mean, that's a legit thing. I mean, they're providing the materials to make it. They're providing the instructions to make it. They do provide, they do sell some completed ones, I think. Like with 3-inch hole in the back. You fill them at the store. Yeah. Let us discuss something pop culture. Did you have something specific in mind? Something happening in the world right now? Your mom's getting railed. Apple paid 25% tariffs if they don't source and build their products in America. Kim Kardashian's robbers from 2016 were finally convicted. Ah, that's a long time back. Data trial. Looks like Jessica Jones is going to be in the next season of Daredevil. So that's a thing that's happening. Devil Wears Prada 2 announced for May 1st, 2026. Would I marry Taylor Swift and live a public life with her? What an utterly pointless hypothetical. I mean, would she? What do I have to offer Taylor fucking Swift? Like, under what possible circumstances would I ever interact with Taylor Swift? Like, I genuinely cannot fathom a scenario where me and Taylor Swift are in the same fucking room. She probably watches YouTube. No, she doesn't. Sure had a live stream on YouTube. YouTube Alga has been promoting smaller channels lately. I am certainly a smaller channel. She has a song called Peter. Well, that's not even my name, so. Might be a Final Fantasy Pixel fan. Maybe another time, Rebecca. Also, more people thinking he was better than me. I mean, yeah, that's definitely possible. Shit. also has a song called Betty, which features the lyric of James Get in Letcha. Just Chris, she just going through like a baby name book trying to get every fucking name in there in one of her songs. Is that her goal? To just drop every possible name? On a side note, I'm still a little disappointed. Just a little disappointed that one guy did the album "Come On, Feel the Illinois." Uh, I'm still a little disappointed that he isn't actually going to try to do an album for every state. You know, like I think he did 2 states. Sufjan? Yeah, I think it was Sufjan Stevens. Harry Styles. I have no feelings on Harry Styles one way or the other. Fast Food 69 is 9 out of 10 of fast food. She kind of defeats the fast, but I think she deserves a little treat. Yep. Most of the stuff just sounds the same to me. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Sufjan Stevens. But his joke about doing an album for every state, it was a good joke, and it would have been funny if he'd kept it going. He is me, but British and male and more attractive and named Harry. His fans are legit mad he didn't. I mean, it was always obvious it was a joke. I mean, like, of course he didn't. He wasn't actually going to do 50 fucking albums. I just think it would have been funny if he kept the gag going a bit longer, you know? I mean, it's just like that mild bit of disappointment. Been like, you know, it's like, you know what? It would have been cool. I mean, he didn't have to do them all. I mean, you know, he could have done, you know, he could have done 10 states, and then, you know, one of his musician buddies could have done another 10. You know, he could break it up, you know, like that, you know? You know, share the duties. Duties. Husbands who are rude and intentionally try to hurt and embarrass their wives on a public stream. I mean, I am against it. Obviously. Anyway, I'm gonna get some water. But I mean, the other thing is like, sometimes you're just mad about something and you take it out on whoever's closest to you. It's not fair, it's not right, but it's human nature. So, or sometimes somebody did something and you're pissed at them and you just like maybe she left a really stinky poop. Like maybe she left a really stinky shit in the toilet, and he was annoyed at her. But it happened. It happens. I did not do that out on purpose. No, he likes the stinker to soul thing. Throwing water on the hypothetical. Yeah, I mean that's a shitty thing to do, unless she was hot. Like if she was getting like really hot, then throw some water on her to cool her down. Not almost game exactly. So long and short of it is, they told me I was hired. Told me that I had to buy. Told me that they're going to send me money for a so I could buy a new laptop and computer equipment. Um, Told me I'd have to buy through their authorized vendor, and they expected me to buy the equipment before the check they were sending me actually cleared. Which, like, no, if you're sending me money to buy something, I'm waiting until that money is actually in my account. But I didn't even I closed it like as soon as she mentioned check, I was like, yeah, it's a scam. Hey, strawberries, because I'd seen the same scam. I'd seen somebody had posted the exact same scam on Better Business Bureau, same email address, in fact. And yeah, it was the interview. It was literally the exact same email address that they'd reached out to me from. No, I didn't send them my social security number. No, they didn't ask. Right, we have social insurance numbers. Same basic concept, though. I always look up the company first. I did look up the company, and it seemed legit. Nothing like the Google result didn't come up, didn't pull up any reports about them. Didn't seem to be anything about them. It was when I looked up the email address they reached me from. Hi, Scapegoat. So, ostensibly, they said they were reaching out from Redhawk's IT Solutions. I have no idea if that is a legit company or not. It very well may be a legit company, and these are just like, and the people were just faking being associated with them, or it might be that it's a fake company. Get 9XL sizes. But the email address was j.baylat at credotimmobilier.com. credotimmobilier.com. So if you see that, an email from that domain, probably a scam. It doesn't go to church anymore. Not since it started being locked down for some reason. Nice word today, ostensibly. Nice word today, ostensibly. It is a good word. I like the word. I like that word. Ostensibly a Nazi. Hey, Julia. Thought you were in the job prospect. Only one that's gotten back to me. I'm still applying to places. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I do not approve of random ass diplomats being murdered in the street. Or like random ass people being murdered in the streets. Obviously, I disapprove of that. I ate dinner, but it didn't make me feel anything. Aww. Depends on the context, Buttercup. Usually it'll mean white. Dry shampoo? I have not tried dry shampoo. I don't really have issues with showering. I shower every other day. I wouldn't say that I have issues with showering. Baptist dry shampoo. As opposed to Catholic dry shampoo. Eh, 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 eh. Get it? Because Baptist is like a religious denomination and Catholic's a religious denomination. Catholics are the reason hell exists. I mean, basically. Scapegoat! Thank you for 21 months, Scapegoat. And I said hello to you. And yes, hello. Baptiste, but only ostensibly. Who in here invented hell? I didn't. I think hell's a terrible idea. Terrible concept. I would go so far as to say that hell is conceptually incompatible with a just God. I'm homogenous. I am not. I'm straight. I am not. I only like women. From what I understand, hell is other people. Sam, that's what I've heard. From what I understand, hell is other people. We are other people. Yep. I mean, why do you think I can only handle these lives for 2 hours at a time? Why do you think I can only handle 2 hours a day? With the g'day. How do you even do them if you hate us? Everybody needs a hobby. G'day for a bidet. The bots are emoting. If I was experiencing a stroke, what would you order at Taco Bell? Like, for you? Eaten almost a dozen cannolis today. Good times. Fewer people and more status bots. Probably be a lot more peaceful. What I order if you're dying? An ambulance? I think I'd probably order an ambulance. Got the pizza tonight. Will I lower your coffin? We'll see. I'll check my schedule. I'll have to check my schedule. Go with the kids to the Chuck E. Cheese next time. There's no Chuck E. Cheese anywhere nearby. Machine lowers the casket, but we could program a couple mods to do it. We just went to a Chuck E. Cheese. It was beyond amazing. I did hear about her Chuck E. Cheese adventure. Oh, absolutely no. And I'm just, you know what I'm doing right now? Literally, this is what I'm doing. Just sitting at my phone screen, swiping up and down. What apps I have? No. Send your life on Candy Crush. I have never played Candy Crush in my life. But nah, I don't want to show the apps I have. I'm gonna got all the basic apps. You know, calendar, clock, all those apps. Got Twitter, I got Blue Sky. I have the Webtoon app. I do have the Webtoon app. The Candy Crush. I'd be forced to delete it. While Rumors I was on Grinder was done. Yeah, I wouldn't use Grinder. You know I don't use dating apps. Watermelon game where you gotta combine the fruits to make the watermelon. Heard that eating a can of beans a day will make you gay. So I did it to see, and it made me buy. Well enough, I do have a couple of mobile games that I haven't played in like forever. Like some reason I still have the Star Trek Lower Decks mobile game. I honestly don't remember the last time I actually opened it, probably like 3 years ago. I have not watched any Let's Plays of Expedition 33. It's got a mobile game called The Arcana. I backed it on Kickstarter. It's been probably like 7 years since I opened it. Never got around to deleting the Marvel Snap from my phone. Haven't played that one in like 5 years. Or 4 years, I guess. Flappy Bird, yeah, never played Flappy Bird. Some of those songs that install for thousands. Weird. I did play that Copter browser game. We used to play that at work on our night shift. Night shift got nice and quiet, so we just open the browser and play Copter. Anyways. Didn't end up watching any Sailor Moon last night because I was doing that job interview thing. So I didn't watch Sailor Moon last night. Night before, I did watch. I'm up to the part where Uranus and Neptune have sort of joined the cast. And like their human forms have been met. The manga is very interesting about it. Every time chat gets weird, I default to say, gotta talk about something. Can't talk about whatever the hell's going on in chat. Yeah, in the manga, um, the first glimpse of Sailor Uranus, she's actually in a tuxedo mask outfit. Read this comment. Okay, Uncle Buck. Which is just so interesting. We only she's only seen sort of from a distance, sort of just outlined her and Neptune, but like it's it's a Sailor Guardian and a tuxedo mask, and it's just like it's really interesting. And then the next time she's seen, she is in the sailor outfit. Then Sailor Moon asks if she's a boy or a girl, and Uranus asks if it matters. And then plants a big kiss on her. The manga is much gayer than the cartoon. Which is saying something given how gay the cartoon often was. I talked about the show, but I'm still unfamiliar. That's fair. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back in a minute. Is it actually a gay show, or is it gay in the way some Swifties think Taylor's gay? I mean, like, it's subtext. Like, it's unintentional subtext. I mean, like, it's just people reading into it. Uranus and Neptune are lovers. Like, they are girlfriends. They are dating. But 1940s insult book, page 63. People reading into female friendship dynamics. Yeah, but I mean, it's like sometimes like that does not look like friendship. Said a lot of it is like Western viewers reading into Japanese depictions of friendship. I only have friends I can be gay towards. Right. But even so, there is often a lot of it that's like, wow, that moment looks gay. That happens whenever two people are close. It's definitely a common thing. Where if two characters are friends, people automatically assume that there's romance. There's romance. Let's say male dynamics, it still happens. If two male characters have an affectionate friendship, then people are like they're gay. But and same with girls. If two girl characters are affectionate with each other, gay. But I mean, to be fair, part of it is because, like, historically, until relatively recently, gay people were not allowed to exist in fiction. I need to mate with you. So, I mean, like, of course, people read gay subtext into it. It was the only way gay people were allowed to exist, and it's the only way gay relationships were allowed to exist back then in fiction. Bert and Ernie. Yeah. It's kind of hard to read even in a platonic same-sex relationship. What happened, Ugly Hobo? Who cares? I mean, like, I'm into I really enjoyed My Little Pony, Friendship's Magic, and yeah, that one. Yep, every pony was shipped with each other. That said, there were some ships that were stronger than others. Consider acquiring genetic conditions that affect melanin production, resulting in albinism. What's the strongest type of ship? I mean, that's going to vary from person to person. Or like X-Men. Again, lifelong X-Men fan here. And general consensus among X-Men fans is that the entire franchise is one big orgy. They're all just like all the X-Men are just involved in a big old orgy situation. Strongest type of friendship? Is it friendship? I borrowed your brain cell for a second there. I said it like 2 seconds before you actually posted it. Dictatorship. Sex made a difference between girlfriend and close friend. I mean, not always. Ace people exist after all. Dictatorship. I didn't hear it, but my stream's always like 6 to 8 seconds behind whatever. Oh, like I said, and like by the time that I said it, you were already, you were clearly already typing it up and about to post it. So I can see people answer questions in full sentences before I hear. It's been a late user of YouTube Premium thing. Could be. I never watch live streams, so I have no idea if I have lag. Actually, that's not true. Whenever I'm doing like a gaming stream, whenever like in order to be able to view the comments, I pull up the stream on my phone, and whenever I do that, I'm always clearly a few seconds behind myself. Nah, I put the skateboard because I like it, but I do know that like whenever I pull up my own live streams, I am always a few seconds behind myself. Scrape was actually shadow banned from a glory hole. She's appealing the decision, but ain't that cool? Rude. How rude of them. I mean, I feel like that's cutting off a pretty big chunk of her income too, isn't it? She's a quarter. Well, there you go. She's... Don't neglect the cherries either. If I peek through that curtain and an 8G dot covered in syrup on the other side, and crash out. Oh. Good night, Uncle Buck. You don't do rejection oil? Aw, sorry, Uncle Buck. I didn't want you to feel rejected. That's not sincere. Hey! Sure it was. Rude. Doubting my sincerity. Rude. Too late for your mind games? Never too late for mind games. You gonna have to stream? Jerk it. Anywho. Stop looking at you. Lost the staring contest. It's giving his head start. All right, I'm going to get going now. It's 10 o'clock, so I am going to get going. So thanks for coming. And good night, everybody.